Welcome back to Ben's Apisto channel for Apisto Talk episode 3. This video will be featuring food that we feed our Apistos. I'm going to be starting out right away with some brine shrimp. This is some frozen brine shrimp. I haven't opened this bag yet because I've got another bag in the freezer that I'm still using. They really seem to like this. This is bloodworms, frozen bloodworms. With both of these, I like to get a small cup and fill it with a little bit of a tank water and just use a little bit of this, maybe like a small corner, like it's right above my thumb over here, kind of break it off and throw it inside of the cup with tank water in it, let it defrost and kind of spread it around the tank, since I've got a female that likes to take up this whole side of the 40-gallon and leaving the other side for the other two females, and the male kind of just goes wherever he wants. Moving on, we've got some live food that I got from my local fish shops. It's blackworms, live blackworms. They are about 4 or 5 days old in here. My fish shop just got them in from their supplier. This was about an ounce of blackworms. It's probably about 3/4 of an ounce now after, like I said, 4 or 5 days of me having it. What you want to do with this is take about half or 3/4 of the water out of here every day or every other 2 days and fill it up with some cold tap water. Warm will kind of kill them all. You want to keep them alive. I don't feed them. They seem to stay alive for a couple weeks just in water like this. And I use a small spoon to kind of spoon it in there. A little bit of blackworm right on the spoon. Of course, it's not going to work because I'm trying to do a YouTube video. Just get a little bit on there, more than that. But let's spread it across the tank. They sink right to the bottom. The next, we've got freeze-dried bloodworms, which are actually not bloodworms. A little fact about it: these are the aquatic larvae of the midge. They provide a lot of protein for your fish. The stuff floats on the top of the water, so I just kind of put a little bit of this in. The pencil fish really seem to like it, and when it sinks to the bottom, I've seen the Pistogramma cockatoides eating on it quite often. This is Brine Shrimp pellets. You can see a picture of some quarries and some cats on the front. I use this for pretty much all the fish I keep in my tank. The plecos, the snails, the apistos really seem to like it. It does say that it doesn't cloud water. It helps keep clean water, but it seems to kind of break apart in the tank after a short period of time. So I don't use a whole ton of that. I do use it on with another thing that I'll be showing you in just a second. Is our Omega-1 Super Color pellets. They're the small sinking variety, since a lot of dwarf cichlids are bottom dwellers and prefer sinking pellets. They're not really eating a whole lot of these sinking pellets right now because they have been conditioned on these blackworms recently. I'm trying to breed them, so I use a lot of live food and frozen food for them, so they haven't been going for the pellets a whole lot. And this right here, this weird looking thing right here, is gel food. Cichlid Man 09 has an awesome DIY video about how to make this. I'm not going to do a DIY video because it's been done to death and he did it best. So if you want to know how to make this DIY gel food, you head over to the Cichlid Man 09 YouTube channel and search for DIY gel food. It's pretty much made out of unflavored gelatin that you can pick up for a couple bucks over at your local grocery store, and you can add almost anything you like to it. I added some of the Super Color pellets, some shrimp, I added some of the freeze-dried bloodworms, I added some Hikari floating pellets, which I had no use for, and I also added some pleco sinking veggie pellets to it, just to put a little bit of veg in their diet. They really seem to like this stuff. You do not want to throw a whole big amount in there. I like to use a little piece like this maybe once a week, and it stays in the bottom of your tank. Your fish eat off of it. Once I throw couple of these in my tank. I try maybe not to feed my fish for 2 or 3 days if I'm not conditioning them on live stuff. Currently, I'm not really using a lot of this. One small bag of the gelatin and a decent amount, maybe about a half a cup of that food, made all these and more. I've probably gone through 2 of these in the last month and a half. They did get a little freeze dried on the top of my mini fridge. They're sitting near the freezer section of the mini fridge, so I'll probably end up throwing these out and making another batch of it, maybe halving or making a quarter of the batch that I made before, because I really don't use a whole lot of this because I've got a lot of the other foods in here. The plecos really do seem to like this stuff. They suck on it all day, and you know, just try to give a varied diet to your fish. I've also got some cucumber in there right behind that sponge filter. The Apisto don't really go for it. That's more for the plecos, so not really going to include that in this list of things that you should feed your Apisto. There are a few other things like live baby brine shrimp that you can feed to smaller fry. You can feed the larger live brine shrimp to fry. There are many other options out there. Looking forward to trying some of the New Life Spectrum stuff, or any other high quality types of food that are out there for cichlids, dwarf cichlids, stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Keep on watching more videos. I'll have a couple more episodes of Tank Talk or Apisto Talk coming up within the next week or so. So yeah, catch you on the next video.